Hello everyone, Mike here. Today I'm going to talk about a favorite anime of mine, that being Himouto Umaru-Chan. Now this was actually a rare anime for me because I discovered it shortly before it started airing. So for once I was able to actually watch it through as it came out. Normally I'm like a day late and a dollar short on every anime I get into. But what better way to celebrate this series that I love so much than to follow its example? I'm gonna go get some chips and soda and watch some anime!
Later.
The what now? Don't you judge me! I do what I want! I'm a growing boy. Let's get started with the review. So Umaru is a beautiful and popular 16-year-old girl. She's smart, friendly, and loved by all. But when she returns to the privacy of her home, she basically becomes me. I'm telling you, Umaru, it's like you're my soulmate or something. Don't worry, Yaguchi. You'll always be my number one. This is quite the annoyance to her brother, Taihei, whose job not only pays for their home, but usually ends up paying for all of the anime and gaming merch she loves so much. I mean, seriously, who buys all that crap? What? Admittedly, Umaru can be a bit of a brat. For example, I want steak for dinner. Yeah, alright. Snacks, snacks, snacks. God loves snacks. Hey, I made that steak that you wanted. I'm full, so I don't want it. Should probably save room for dinner. But despite this, she actually does care about her brother and loves spending time with him, even if she does mock him for sucking at games. Then there's her friends from school, like Ibina, Umaru's best friend who's developed a pretty big crush on Taihei, mostly because he was the first person to look her in the eyes rather than elsewhere. And her self-proclaimed rival, Sylphenford, who constantly tries to compete with her in academics and athletics, always coming up short. Okay, wait. I've been letting this slide for a while here, but seriously, we have an otaku who is attractive, smart, popular, athletic. I mean, I realize in the real world, yes, people like that do exist. But I mean, come on, we've got stereotypes to uphold here. Do you want people thinking we're not losers? Well, out one day, Umaru finds out about a rock-paper-scissors tournament with a giant plush as the prize. She manages to rope Taihei into entering, and he wins. I'm quite the master at rock-paper-scissors myself. Woo! I'm ready! I'm gonna beat you this time! I got this. Here we go! Nande! Smug sheep! Since his last opponent ended up being Abina, Taihei gives her the prize, angering Umaru. However, his little sister gets over it when she just buys the plush herself, with his money. Speaking of Abina, let's look into her character a little bit more. She grew up in Akita Prefecture and really works hard to hide her dialect, not wanting to be seen as a hick. Her fears of coming off poorly lead to her being pretty shy, so Taihei's kindness towards her built her already growing crush on him. Abina's a sweet girl, but she's kind of oblivious. I mean, there's a point where Umaru throws a tantrum right in front of her, and she doesn't notice it because she's too busy being taken by her first time eating restaurant food. I was talking about stereotypes earlier. She definitely fits one. The sweet and busty character who is kind of an airhead. There is one girl in Umaru's class who doesn't seem to like her at all, however. Motoba. She's constantly glaring at Umaru and never really wants to interact with her. I can relate to this, as most girls don't want to interact with me either. Of course, things get really awkward when Motoba sees Umaru at her home phase. Of course, Motoba is apparently a bit of an idiot, as she thinks that this version of Umaru is actually Umaru's little sister. This is when we find that she doesn't hate Umaru, but in fact is just too shy to talk to her. She decides she wants to be the servant of Komaru so that she can learn to be braver when around Umaru herself. My brain hurts. I need more soda. Motoba does manage to become friends with outside Umaru, but sees Abina as competition for her attention. And the craziness of the show just kind of continues from there. I don't want to get too much deeper because if you want to see it, I highly recommend checking it out. Season 1 is on Crunchyroll, and Season 2 is on Amazon Prime. If you think this sounds like a fun show, I highly recommend it. I need to go get myself cleaned up a little. Shut up! I do what I want! Anyway, that's all I've got on this one. So, until next time, thanks for being part of my geek world.